Module 2 on Behavior. Lesson 4 on Contentment. Fable 1. Shu Yu refuses the throne.
In Chinese prehistory, there were 3 legendary emperors, and Liao was one of them. He always wanted to abdicate his throne to the most competent man in the country.
What can he do then?
He was always looking for the most suitable person to be his successor.
I hear that there's a wise man called Shu Yu who knows how to rule a country. I'd let Shu Yu take my throne, then I can happily retire. So let me find Shu Yu first. Oh, finally I found him. It wasn't easy, since he is a hermit and lives in such a tranquil and beautiful place, away from the world. Let me talk to him. When the sun rises and shines brightly in the sky, to keep a torch lit would be a waste. When the seasonal rains have come, making the crops richer, irrigation of the fields would be unnecessary. You are just like the sun and rain, and if you can take the throne, the world would be in order. So I beg to turn the world over to you.
You have been a very good ruler, and have taken good care of everything. What else would I seek for an ordered world? When a bird builds its nest, although the woods are deep, it uses no more than one branch. When a mole goes to a river to drink water, though the river is full of water, it drinks no more than a bellyful. So please go home, my lord. You want to give the world to me, but I am not interested at all. Even if the cook cannot run his kitchen well, the sacrificial priest doesn't jump up and take over.
The Liao is legendary founder of Chinese civilization and is treated as a perfect man. The true hero in Zhuangzi's eyes is Shu Yu, who we know very little of. Shu Yu is a wise man, and what he seeks is truth rather than reputation. To know who you are, what you can do, and what you want to do is true wisdom. Only by resisting the temptation of fame can one achieve true wisdom. However, in today's society, many people would disagree with Zhuangzi. We always try to set higher goals for ourselves, to be bigger, stronger, richer, and more powerful. So what do you think of Zhuangzi's opinion here? That is the end of this fable. Thank you for watching. Fable 2. Yu the goat butcher refuses the rewards.
When King Zhao of Chu fled his country and went into exile, many of his men followed him, including Yue the goat butcher. Eventually, King Zhao of Chu was able to return in triumph.
That sounds great. But why do you mention Yue, the goat butcher? Is there anything special about the butcher?
You are a clever boy. When King Zhao of Chu returned in triumph, he decided to reward all of his followers. When the rewards came to Yue, the goat butcher, can you guess what he did?
I don't know. Could you tell me?
Here are the rewards given by our king. Please accept it.
When we were defeated, the king lost his kingdom and I lost my shop. Now we have won, so we can all return to our homeland. The king had his throne back and I had my shop back. That is all I need, and there's really nothing to be rewarded.
Make him take my reward.
The king insists that you take the reward.
If I wasn't punished for the king's exile, why should I be rewarded for the king's return?
Introduce him to me then.
The king wants you to see him in court.
According to the law of our kingdom, only those who have made great services to the country can be given a reward, and then be introduced to the king. I have no wisdom to save the kingdom, nor courage to fight the invaders. What I did was just follow the king to flee the country. So please tell the king, it's not worth breaking the law just to see me in court. What would the world think of such a deed?
This man, though a butcher, has a profound understanding of righteousness. I would like to invite him to be one of my 3 most distinguished nobles.
I know this position is much nobler than a butcher, and of course earns much more as well. However, if I take this offer, the king might be blamed for unlawful use of his power and dispensation of his rewards. I would rather remain a happy butcher.
Yu, the goat butcher, liked his job. What he wanted to do was to be a butcher and to serve his neighborhood. He was neither seduced by the king's rewards nor by the position offered. He remained true to his heart. Only people with true wisdom can see through the temptation and achieve their original goal. Remaining true to one's heart is important not only for a person, but also for a people, for a country. In the report delivered at the 19th National Congress of the Communist Party of China, President Xi Jinping reminds us that one should never forget why you started, and you can accomplish your mission. The original aspiration and the mission of the Chinese Communists is to seek happiness for the Chinese people and the rejuvenation for the Chinese nation. That is the end of this fable. Thank you for watching. Fable 3. Yan Wei refuses office.
Master Zhuang, may I ask you, why do we have to study so hard?
That's a good question. What do you think is the reason?
I know many people study hard hoping that one day they can get good positions.
Many people do. But I will tell you a story about Confucius' student Yan Hui. He studied hard, but not for position.
Come here, Hui. I know your family is poor, and you were looked down upon by some of the neighbors. Why don't you seek to be an official, since you are perfectly competent?
But, Master, I don't want to be an official. I have 50 mu of land outside the city, which, though poor, can yield enough food for my living. I also have 10 mu of land inside the city, on which I've planted some trees. The produce can produce me with clothes and shoes. In my spare time, I can play the zither for recreation. I take delight in learning from you, Master. I am perfectly happy living this life. Why should I want to be an official?
Hui, what wonderful thoughts you have in your mind. I've heard such sayings like, a contented man will not sacrifice for gains. A free man will not be afraid of any loss. A man with inner strength will not regret low ranks. I believe in these sayings, but it is you who are the true practitioner of such sayings. I learned a lot from you today, Hui.
The dialogue between Confucius and Yan Hui shows the inner strength is more important than outer fame or position. We are human beings and we all need to make a living, and Zhuangzi did not deny that. But once we had the basics, we need to pay more attention to the inner strength, to spiritual freedom. A greedy man can never feel satisfied no matter how much wealth and fame he has gained. He will always be wanting more. So, how much is enough is an eternal philosophical question, and different people will have different interpretations. But it's important to bear in mind that we should achieve a balance between outer wealth and inner strength, and feel grateful for what you have now. This is the end of the lesson. Our next lesson is on modesty.